Hi everybody, we are back here to now do our activity. Let's see here. Our first activity are ways to represent a fraction. We just learned a lot of different ways to represent a fraction. So the fraction bar. So we learned about the fraction bar. So we have our number right here. This is our golden number, 3/5. So 3 would be our numerator and 5 would be our denominator. Our first question is we need to shade and see how we can make 3/5 from this fraction bar. So we have 5. This is a whole. We know that's a whole, and it's divided into 5 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So to get this fraction bar to equal 3/5, we would then color in 1, color in 2, and color in 3. So these first 3 would all be shaded to equal 3/5. So you shade 3 parts. So our second one is a number line. How many parts is this whole divided into? We'd say, look at here. So this is the whole, and we want to divide it into 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 would equal the whole. And the 3 would be right here, right? So you have 0. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Again, 3/5. Here's parts of a group. Here's where the grouping comes into play. So we want to shade 3 out of the 5 stars because remember, we have the numerator as 3 and the denominator as 5. So we have 5 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we want to go ahead and shade 3 of those stars. So we'll color in this one, color in this one, and color in this one. And then look at there, we have 3/5 again. So here is our example of our circle model again. And here we want to remember the numerator, 3, denominator is 5. So who can shade in 3/5? So we know there's 5 parts right here, 5 equal parts, kind of like a piece of pie. We have 5 pieces of pie. And we're going to shade in 1 right here, shade in 2 right here, shade in 3, and that equals 3/5. So we shade 3 parts divided into, 5 sections. So let's see here. Our second activity, again, is about fractions. Surprise, surprise. And this is a fraction is a part of a whole. The top number represents the part, and the bottom number represents the whole, just like we learned in the very beginning of my last lesson. We're just putting it into play now. So the example right here, 1/4. So we have 4. We have the whole. The whole square is the whole. And then it looks like they're cut into 4 sections. So you have 1 section, 2 sections, 3 sections, and 4 sections. So they want 1/4. So it shows where the green line is colored in, and that equals 1/4. And they did it again here with the circle model. Let's see here. They want 3/8. Eighths. So you have 8 pieces, and they shaded in 3, so that equals 3/8. So now we're going to color the parts of the shapes that represent each fraction. So we have 1/4 again. The only difference between these two are the models. So we have a circle model. Right there, we did not. So we have 4 pieces. We have the whole circle, and then the 4 pieces again. And then we only want to color in 1 section because the numerator is 1. See where the 1 is? 1 section. And there you go. The next one is 3/4. So we have the whole square and it's sectioned off into 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we want to color in 3 of those. So let's just do one color, pretend like we're coloring right there, and we're coloring right there. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, fourths. And again, we're going to do the same thing, 5/6. So there's that hole cut into cut into 6 sections. And we're going to color all of the sections, but we're only going to leave one because there's 6 altogether. And then they're only asking us to color 5 pieces. So here's you get color these top 3 pieces and these top 2, these bottom 2 pieces, and that equals 5/6. So here we go right here, and we'll color in these squares. We'll shade these squares into 2 6. You have 6 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 3 on the bottom, 3 on the bottom, 3 plus 3 equals 6. And then we only have to color in 2 little squares to equal 2 6. And 1/2, that's pretty easy. You have a whole triangle cut into 2 equal sections, and you only have to color one part of it. The 5/8, again, another circle. It's just cut into more pieces, and they're asking us to color in 5 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll just leave 3 blank, and that'll equal 5/8. And then 1/4, here is the cut into 4 pieces. The whole is cut into 4 pieces, just like our brownies that we learned about. We have 4 pieces, and you're only going to give away 1. So how about I get the piece of brownie? Just kidding. So that'll be 1/4. And then here's 2/5. So here's all 5 sections of a square, and they only want to give away 2. So we're coloring in 2 sections. And then here we have 2/4. So we're only going to we can color in the top 2, and that equals 2/4. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and print these off, and then you guys can go ahead and work in groups. And after that, I'm going to give you a very similar activity where you will be given a test. It'll be a little quiz to see what you have learned from my lesson. Thank you, guys.